And now, in the Comoros, the government critics and election observers are questioning the legitimacy of Monday's referendum vote, which was boycotted by the opposition and took place during a general strike that paralyzed the capital city, Moroni. Election officials announced on Tuesday that Comorans had overwhelmingly voted in favor of controversial constitutional reforms that would allow President Azali Assoumani to seek another term in office. The Electoral Commission put the yes vote at 92.74%.
Exactly, Jerry. In the new draft constitution, President Azali Assoumani will have more powers and will be able to serve 2 successive terms. He can therefore remain in power until 2029. The opposition, which boycotted the elections, described the referendum as a farce.
Abubakar Aboud is the communication officer of the opposition Jua party, and he joins us now from Moroni. Abubakar, thank you for joining us. A warm welcome to the program. So the Electoral Commission put the yes vote at 92.7%, and apparently this will allow President Azali Assoumani to run again for another term, and perhaps his powers will be expanded. But where does this leave you as the opposition?
Thank you for your question. First of all, I want to remind that, contrary to what the government is saying, the referendum went as we knew it would go. First of all, we have only 7% of the Comorian people who went to vote, and the government is saying that we have 63.9% of people who went to vote. So, first of all, this is a lie. And second of all, Colonel Azali is doing everything to maintain himself in power. So everything that the government is saying has nothing to do with the reality of what's happening on the ground. And unfortunately, we are really afraid for the peace and security of people in Comoros, because we know that the vast majority of the people are against all the things that Azali is doing right now to change the constitution. So, in fact, we are concerned of what's happening in Comoros and for the peace and security.
Abubakar, what will you describe as your main argument? Is it that the constitution is being changed too soon, or that you do not want President Azali to run again?
No, it has nothing to do with giving him more or less powers. The thing is that we asked for a boycott because we believe that Azali didn't respect the actual constitution. He has put aside the constitutional court without consulting the people, and from that moment on, we cannot accept any result from this illegal process. You see, because by putting aside the constitutional court, Azali has violated the fundamental text of our nation. So this is why we're boycotting, and it's not because we're against the fact that he could ask the people to change the constitution. It's the way he did it, and it's by violating the constitution that we had. This is the reason why we ask people not to vote, because the vote is illegal.
So as you say, your party and the rest of the opposition largely boycotted the vote. So what will be your next move now, and what are your plans?
Well, we're hoping, because we don't want any violence in the country. We know what it represents to have violence in Comoros. And besides that, we see Colonel Azali doing everything to crush every discordant voice and those voices, we're part of them because we're in the opposition. And we are looking forward to end these confrontations and prevent a bloodshed. And we are regularly consulting the international community, and we're asking them for help. And these calls are becoming more and more urgent, because almost all the members of the opposition since the last week have either been arrested or have gotten suspended sentences.